Number one selling jersey in the world behind me. First time since 2012 that it wasn't Steph or LeBron.
That's pretty cool.
Luka, first international player ever.
Wow.
Jersey.
Wow.
Pretty cool. We don't really have an intro for this show. No
Tanner this week,
unfortunately. But yeah, we got a lot of sports. We had a lot of sports this week.
A lot of sports. A lot of ball.
A lot of ball talk. Yeah, you know what? I'll go. Let's run the intro. Let's get that out of the way before because I tend to do that, and then we'll talk some ball. All right. Off rip. My dog is going berserk as soon as we start. Love that. Did you see that? Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders are having their jerseys retired.
Insane.
Travis Hunter, I get. I would wait.
Yeah.
I would wait. Like he won a Heisman, that's huge, especially for Colorado.
It's huge, but
I would wait though. But Shedeur that's insane.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Shedeur hater.
I'm not either.
I don't believe you are either.
No.
If I'm not mistaken, you texted me this week and we're talking about how you hope the Steelers draft him.
Yeah. I did a mock draft and I traded up to pick him.
Yeah, nice. I like Shedeur too, but let's be real.
Let's pump the brakes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Do you think this was like crazy. A let's keep Deion happy move?
You know, I heard this asked. It was like, was this Deion saying you're going to retire his number, or was this Colorado saying we're going to keep you happy, we're going to retire his number?
Yeah.
Like, what came first, chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
You know, the poo or the shiesty, as they always say.
Poo or the shiesty. But yeah, I don't know because, am I not mistaken that Cordell Stewart doesn't have his jersey?
To my knowledge,
he had one of the best seasons in Colorado history.
Yeah, he does not.
So, yeah, I think can they unretire jerseys?
In theory, you could. Yeah, you could just be like, you know what? No, not retired.
I do think retiring a college jersey is insane.
Yeah,
their rosters.
I borderline them just against retiring jerseys altogether.
Yeah, I think their rosters are so big.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna run out. You'll run out of numbers.
Yeah, like college especially. I think retiring a jersey is kind of wild.
Yeah, like in the NFL, I get it. Like
I can kind of see
there might not be a better player than whoever. It's rare, but college, there's a chance. There's a chance.
Yeah, they get so many kids coming through there.
Yeah,
it has to be a really, really special. I get Colorado with Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
because they're not known for having, not to get on Colorado, but they're not really a storied football program in the sense of a USC or something like that. So yeah, you get a Heisman winner. Yeah, retire his number. I get that.
Yeah.
But Shedeur is wild.
I mean, he led them to a winning season, but did they lost their bowl game?
Yes, I believe so. I think so. If they didn't, I think he only won one bowl game.
Yeah.
And had barely a winning record while he was there.
Yeah.
Which again, wins aren't a QB stat, but if you're going to be retiring a number, you'd like to be getting some wins out of it as well. Yeah. So that was pretty wild. Sticking with college football.
Tennessee will retire Nico Amaliva's jersey?
Yeah, for sure. Sticking with college football, this could be completely made up. I'm going to choose to believe it's true because I love Mike Leach, and I hope the story is true.
Oh, I think I saw this.
Mike Leach was talked down from lining up a little person in the backfield and then throwing them over the line of scrimmage in short yardage situations.
It'd be so awesome.
I choose to believe this is true.
He said, aside from optically, why would this be illegal?
Yeah, but that was just the person that made the thread.
Yeah.
Other than optics of doing this, why wouldn't this be allowed? And logistically, shouldn't it work?
Yeah.
There were people in there saying the Cardinals have to do this with Kyler Murray. instead of the push or brotherly shove, it would be the Phoenix Flight.
Phoenix Flight.
Phoenix Flight. Just having Kyler getting tossed
man.
over the line.
Yeah, that would be.
It would create a whole new market for a type of football player you need to have on your team.
Yeah.
Darren Sproles would come out of retirement.
You could play quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. Or just throw over the line specialists.
Yeah.
And I'll be an easy guy to throw over the line for sure.
Could you imagine if you had James Conner on your team and all of his touchdowns got taken at the 1 yard line by Wee Man?
Matt Roloff, yeah.
That would be
incredible. Oh, it'd be so.
We need it.
We do. We need it so bad. They just get Za out there.
Yeah.
Tossing him over the line. How about this? How about a play where they go to toss him over the line and then in the air they throw it?
That would be right before the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
They throw him straight up instead of out.
Yeah.
And they just throw a dart. What a great picture that would be too. Just floating in the air, throwing a dart.
What if they just threw Kyler Murray up on someone's shoulders and he threw a pass from there so you could see it for the line?
That could be cool. I like it.
Yeah. But we also had we almost started talking about Nico leaving.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There needs to be a fine for him for.
You can't really fine him though, right? Because you're technically the school. Does the school not technically not pay him, right? The boosters do. It's like a weird loophole.
It's like boosters that pay him.
So like, how can you really fine him?
Yeah, but like the NCAA,
there just needs to be a more defined structure to the players.
Yeah, I think I heard someone say that he should lose a year of eligibility, which would be.
It feels. I don't think he should, but I could see where maybe that would be structured beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, it would be crazy if right now they were just like, you can't do that. Eligibility gone. That would be insane. Yeah. Because he should know that before he makes that decision.
I saw.
Yeah, there has to be some better structure for the players getting paid. Because it feels like everyone, for the most part, now to the point where everyone agrees they should be getting paid. No brainer.
Yeah. Yeah, pay the players.
That doesn't mean. That doesn't mean it has to be just like no rules.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
It can't be, yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be just the Wild Wild West out there. But I saw someone saying that because Dan Lanning was the one that let them know that he was asking around.
Yeah.
And he said that he wanted him to go to USC because he doesn't think he's that good of a quarterback. So just keep them in quarterback purgatory.
No, that's funny. That would
Which
be
would be awesome. Like just like, oh yeah, USC, you want him, and you're in the Big Ten, and we'll play each other like every year. And
yeah.
I don't want you to be good. Yeah, go. Make sure he walks.
Chess, not checkers.
Yeah. We also had the Masters this week.
We did. It was a great Masters.
Did you have a Rory ticket?
I did not. I had said on last week's show that all my betting tickets were like dark horses.
Yeah.
And like very like big sleepers. Like even my official pick to win it was still technically a dark horse because he was plus like 1,800, but I didn't bet on him because I wanted longer odds than that. My pick was Oberg, who was very close until like hole 16 or 17. He just crumbled.
Yeah, he made a push.
Yeah,
I was like this close on Sunday after hole 1 to making a clip out of me saying that Bryson was going to win. And then he just
had that thing ready.
He choked.
He also crumbled.
Bryson
kind of bounced back, but it was kind of bounced back. But it was a little too late at that point.
Yeah,
but it was a great Masters. I mean, obviously we had Rory finally achieving the Grand Slam, which apparently I don't know if this is true, but I heard he gets Denny's for free for life.
Oh, that's awesome!
All the Grand Slam achievers get free Denny's for life.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Awesome. I like this. Tiger get to walk in and be like, me and 2 guests get a Grand Slam for free every time because he has 3 of them.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. But Yeah, that he deserved it. Like, I was excited for free golf.
Yeah, it was a
Like,
cool moment.
watching him blow that was sad at first, but like I had faith that he was going to win it.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of electric at first.
Yeah,
just because I was just like, oh, what a story! Like, this is insane. Because at that point, okay, this is either going to be such a cool, like, he still choked, which he is known to do, but then he bounced back and won it, or you're going to be like, what a story! He blew it again.
Yeah, and the graphic that was like 4 career Grand Slam, and it would just been an insane graphic for the rest of time.
Yeah,
but like first, he hasn't won a major in 11 years, and still has a career Grand Slam.
Yeah, it's the longest. It's the most amount of attempts at a Grand Slam that anyone who was one away has ever had.
Yeah.
Like, I think the other longest, like, when you're one away from completing the Grand Slam, was like 3 attempts.
Yeah.
And some of them did it in like, Tiger did it in 1 year.
Yeah.
Just, like, which is crazy. But, yeah, 11 years without even a major.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
And also, put this, if you're a gambler, put this in your notes. 2 years straight, the person who won the Players won the Masters. So last year, who was it? Who won? Was it Scotty? Yeah,
Scotty last year.
Scotty won last year, and then went on to win the Masters.
Some people are saying Masters merchant.
Yeah,
can't win a major outside of the Masters.
Yeah, could be true. And then Rory this year.
You said 2 years straight. What if people just said 2 years gay? Like, it would just throw people off. I just want to see people mix that in. I'm just throwing that out there. It'd be funny. Maybe in the month of what month is it?
June.
Is it March? June?
June. That's your month.
Yeah, my month. But
Luke, you see Luke trying to pretend that he doesn't know what month it is.
Yeah, what month? Oh man, I just can't remember what month. No, I actually forgot. I was gonna say, I don't know why I thought it was March. But yeah, just all of June.
Well, because March is Women's History Month, so
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're canceled.
Definitely not. Also, we would have to have. First of all, we are not mean, so not going to happen. Second, we would have to have like sponsors and stuff that could leave us.
Yeah.
We don't have. You can't take from those who have nothing.
Yeah. Or a single woman that listens to our podcasts and would care.
Yeah, we would first of all have to have that, and second, we would just lose one listener because there's no way we'd have.
Or a married woman, that could happen too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know. We were talking about the Masters, and of course, we went on a tangent.
That's what we do. But yeah, cool moment for Rory. I was super happy for him. That picture taken by Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was so cool. I saw a meme of Ken Griffey Jr. hitting like some record-setting home run, and on the bottom it was like Rory McIlroy Getty Images.
That's awesome.
Oh man, it was cool though. I've been getting more and more into golf as I get older. Like it's like watching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I took a nap. This was like the most unk thing I've ever done, was taking a nap and waking up like right. I was at woke up at like the 16th hole.
Yeah.
Rory on the 16th hole. So like
a master's nap. A master's nap is elite.
Yeah. And I was like, yep, this is I'm monk now.
Monk. Oh man. Yeah,
do you want to go over some UFL stuff before we get into NBA playoffs? I feel like that's gonna be a majority of our episode.
Yeah. So UFL, I have scores and one piece of news this time. So scores, we had the Renegades at the Stallions. Stallions on a 2-game winning streak. They are now 2-1, as are the Renegades. Not a very exciting game though, unless you love defense. 9-10.
Defense plays football.
Yeah, Stallions defense has been, because I believe they were the ones last week who won 11-9. So they are barely winning, but they're winning. Roughnecks Showboats. Roughnecks come out with the win, 18-17. Showboats are 0-3 now. Roughnecks get their first win and are 1-2. Showboats just signed a new exciting player which I will get into in a minute. That's my one piece of news from them. The Brahmas were visiting the Panthers this week of Michigan. Michigan won on, I believe, a game-winning field goal. They won 26-23. I think maybe there was a little bit of time left for the Brahmas. They couldn't do anything. And you know what? I hate to do this because you know me, I hate to be wrong. I'm going to correct that right away. I watched the end of this game. Missed a game-winning field goal. Game-tying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I forgot they made it down the field, and
he did hit a long field goal at one point.
He hit a 55-yarder.
Yeah.
So shout out to him for that, but he did miss the game-tying field goal, and the Panthers got the win after a late field goal from their kicker. And then the defenders, who, listen, in my UFL preview, I told you guys they weren't very exciting, and they might be decent this year, but just not overall. They don't excite me that much. We're 3-0.
Yeah.
We're rolling. Only undefeated team in the league. And we beat the Battlehawks, who were undefeated. They were 2-0. They've been playing great. We beat them in St. Louis. Jordan Ta'amu revenge game. It was awesome. 27-15. So defense was playing football yet again. And wrapping up the UFL news is my one piece of news, which was the Showboats have signed interior D lineman Jamion Franklin, who is a graduate of North Carolina High School, which is near where me and Caleb are from, if you guys aren't from around here that are listening. So shout out to Jamion. That was cool. I saw it on his Facebook today, and I was like, that's awesome. Like, I've been wondering why he wasn't, because I know he was working around here, and I was like, why wouldn't you should try to do UFL or something? So
yeah,
it's cool to see that he getting a chance to do that. So I'll be tuning into that next week. And that's UFL.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's what you guys came here for. We could end the show now. Everyone comes here for UFL. So
yeah. The number one UFL podcast?
No, I would like to say it is, but I follow some pages on Twitter that do a good job. They're way more it's way more their hyperfixation than it is mine.
That's crazy. Good for them.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I will add one thing, because I added this to my bookmarks. Let me find it. Of course, shout out to Elon's wonderful app that removed me from my bookmarks because I left the app. The views for the Defenders and Battlehawks game was during the Masters, mind you. So that's a hard poll. Competing against the Masters was the highest of the season. 1.4 million viewers peak and an average of 967,000. Pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's honestly pretty good. Like, that's sustainable. If they can get the games
for spring football, not bad.
Yeah, if they get the games to get those kind of numbers, I would assume, I'm not a financial guy, I would assume they can stick around.
Yeah.
So that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Love to see that. I think it's time, Caleb, to talk playoff basketball. Basketball.
I thought you were about to play it. I was waiting for you to play it.
I would have, but I don't have it.
You paused and were looking at your computer, so I was I leaned in.
I was double checking if I had it, and I was like, I'll just sing it.
Yeah, we got some playoff basketball. Had some big games.
We've got the play-in last night. No,
and the night before.
Tuesday night. A couple nights ago, we had the play-in. We had the Hawks and the Magic on Tuesday, as well as Grizzlies and Warriors.
And then last night we had the Heat, Bulls, and Mavericks Kings.
Yeah, and you text me about this. I would have bet you probably my life that we had Bulls in the play-in on our bingo card.
Yeah.
Caleb has informed me that we did not.
We did not. I looked at the bingo card the other day, and all I can say is Luke probably was just like, nah, Caleb wanted that one. I'm not putting it on there.
That was what it was, but after I thought about it, I was like, I also want it on there, and that's what's important, so I'm going to put it on there.
Yeah.
And somehow it's not. So I think our computer got hacked.
Unfortunately, Luke just knows Photoshop much better than I do. So when it comes to graphics,
whoever hacked the computer and took that off of there knows it better than both of us.
Yeah,
because we definitely had it. But yeah, you're listening to this on Thursday. The Magic won because they are the better team. They don't really belong in the play-in. They were injured a lot this year.
Yeah.
The Hawks managed to just be in the play-in every year, kind of like the Bulls.
So what the Hawks are going to have 2 of the play-in games?
Yeah, Hawk Tua. They even when they feel like they're having a pretty good season, they're in the play-in. When they feel like they're having a horrible season this year, they're in the play-in. I do expect Trae Young to show up. I think he'll have a good game, but I don't think it'll be enough for Paolo and Franz to go home. And that would put the Magic as the 8 seed going against Boston. No, the 7?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Wait, no, if the Magic win, they'll be the 7 seed.
7. That's okay. I knew they played Boston. Then I'm like, wait, Boston's not the 1. You're right. Yeah, they'd be the 7 seed. They play Boston, who they've had pretty good luck against the last couple years, if I'm not mistaken. So I do like this. A good young Magic team. If you don't respect them, they will beat you. They do have like legitimate bucket getters on their team.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see how that goes. Like I said, you're listening on Thursday. That game already happened, and I'm pretty sure the Magic won.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't sound like an idiot. Then we have Grizzlies Warriors.
The unction.
Now the unction was Warriors Clippers.
Yeah.
All unks. And the Clippers won, so they get the 6-7 seed. Because the T-Wolves somehow lost to the Jazz and will now play the Lakers in round 1. We'll get into that. But so the Warriors end up in the play-in. Listen, the Warriors get a lot of talk about their dominance and yada yada yada. They've had such a great run with Curry, and they have. Like I generally like the Warriors, but like I feel like since the play-in has existed, they have it's the Golden State Invitational.
They're 0-3, right?
They're in it. Maybe, but I just feel like they're in it like every year.
Yeah,
they're always.
I think I saw a stat that they were 0-3 in the play-in.
Man, brutal. I do think Golden State will win this,
which is good. Not good, but like, I just want more Ja.
Yeah, it'll be Golden State, and then I'm trying to think because the following night I'm trying to think of how it works out with the tournament. It always confuses me. Golden State will win, and that means they get the 7, right?
Yes.
And then the Mavericks somehow squeaked in.
The Warriors are 0-3 in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Mavericks, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. They're going to upset the Kings.
Really?
The Mavericks are going to upset the Kings, and you're going to have Grizzlies, Mavericks, and the Grizzlies will send the Mavericks home and take the 8 seed.
Yeah.
Mavericks are going to upset the Kings.
I just want more Ja. I want Ja throwing the grenade in the...
I want him doing all the weapons.
Yeah.
Every weapon you could possibly think of.
Yeah.
I want him to do an energy sword at some point. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm excited for these games though. I was, but they already happened.
Yeah. Bulls Heat.
It was great. It was great basketball. Bulls Heat. That will be.
You should not be able to be 37-45 in the play-in game.
It's wild. It's wild. The play-in is. I don't know. I'm torn on the play-in because I do really enjoy it. Like it's a good product, but it does kind of affect like how is a team like that in the mix.
Yeah.
But the East is not great. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want to do? The 6th seed in the East wouldn't even. Okay, they would be in the play-in in the West, but still, like the Pistons, who I like. Actually, we'll get into it later, but I think they're going to do well. They have 44 wins. Like the 7 and 8 in the West both have 48 wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The East is just not. It's not as strong. It's very top heavy.
Yeah.
Very top heavy.
And then you already said that do you think the Bulls win that game, right?
Against the Heat?
And then lose to the Magic? Or lose to the Hawks?
Yeah. No. I think the Heat win it and the Heat beat the Hawks.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Heat get swept by the Cavs.
Yeah, it won't even be close.
No. But there should be some good games though. Even though they're kind of bottom feeder, they should be good. The Bulls have been playing well lately. I was very wrong about them this year. I said they'd be like a bottom 3 team. They really I don't want to give them too much credit because this is what they want. They want to just make the play in and be like, "Look, we did a good job." But they were 39 wins is not great, but I literally thought they were going to be so bad, like 20 wins. So they did a lot better. Okay, I guess at that point then, we do want to just do a full playoff preview.
Yeah, let's do a full playoff preview.
Okay, well, starting off, we have the Thunder versus the 8 seed, which we said would be. I said Memphis. I don't know if you agreed.
Yes.
So I have that playing out just basically as it already is. Memphis is the 8, the Warriors are the 7. I think that'll stay that way. So you'll get Thunder versus the Grizzlies. Thunder is just a way better team. Memphis will put up a fight. So I think probably Thunder in 5, but they will only blow them out in one game.
There's going to be like 2 or 3 close games in there.
Yeah. Thunder will blow them out in one game, and the Grizzlies win will be a blowout. And then the other 3 losses will be very close.
Ja's going to drop like 50 and throw the grenade into the stands like 6 times.
Yeah. Should I be sharing? I'm looking at the bracket. Should I share it?
You can.
I don't know if that helps you.
I mean, I have it pulled up, but...
Oh, I'll share it anyway. I don't like that. I just did the screen share thing, which has caused me trouble in the past. So that's worrisome. Okay, but anyway, you can see the bracket. Right? You can see it?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, yeah. So we have the Thunder advancing. I think we both agree on that. My dog's going crazy again. The Rockets will be going against the Warriors. I don't think the Warriors... I don't know. They've been better with Jimmy Butler, but I just think it's a good young Rockets team. And they're well coached. Like Ime's a very good coach. Yeah, I think the Rockets win this in 6. Thoughts?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. It's tough because the Rockets are young, but that can carry you through the first rounds.
Yeah, now all the dogs are barking.
You're gonna need a whole lot of dogs.
Yeah, a lot of dogs. Okay, that brings us to the number 3 seeded Lakers. That doesn't make sense. That's got to be a typo, right? They hired a podcaster as their head coach. It was a horrible idea. They only did it because he was friends with LeBron. Then they drafted LeBron's son. It was a waste of a pick. Yeah. Now they're not going to have the depth.
Yeah.
They couldn't be the 3 seed, right? Are they actually the 3 seed?
Looks like it.
50 wins. 50 wins for JJ Redick in his first year as coach. Did a fantastic job. And the Lakers are playing well. I mean, playing good ball, obviously.
Right time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I will say the haters before the season didn't factor in that we would get Luka. But guess what? We did because we're the Lakers and Lakers in 5 for life. So, Lakers T-Wolves, I think we both know how this series is going to end, Caleb. 3, 2, 1. Lakers in 5. That was synchronization was impeccable right there.
I did not know you were going to start counting.
But once I did, I
had said Lakers in 5 before you started counting.
You said Lakers in 5 as I said 3.
Whatever.
Either way. Me and Caleb are on point today. It's just it's crazy. It's like our brains are connected. Nuggets, the 4 seed against the 5 seeded Clippers. Man, the Clippers are playing good basketball right now. Also a 50-win team.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the 3, 4, and 5 all were 50 and 32. And for what it's worth, the 6 seed was only 1 game behind.
Yeah.
And they lost the last game of the season. So the Lakers just had a really good record in the West, so that helped them. Most of our, I don't know if it's most of our losses, but we had a lot of rough losses to bad East teams that hurt us. But I'm going to take the Nuggets only because I'm trying to defeat my bias because I think it would be funny if the Nuggets got bounced in round 1.
Yeah.
It also would be less funny because Michael Malone's not there.
It's also funny if the Clippers get bounced.
It is very funny if the Clippers get bounced.
Yeah, they're both funny. I was trying to figure out where you're going to go with your bias there because
You're right.
Like there was no way that I was like, oh yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, I might just go with my gut then because I'm trying to defeat my bias by not going with my gut. My gut says Clippers in 7.
Okay.
They're playing good basketball right now. The Nuggets are kind of in a weird. We don't really know what's going to happen with the coach change. Maybe it helps them, gives them a new good vibe. Maybe it hurts them. I don't know. It's really hard to say. But the Clippers are playing pretty good basketball. Kawhi's playing like playoff Kawhi. Harden's playing great. They have a pretty deep roster. So, yeah, I'm going to go Clippers in 7 on that. That concludes the first round of the West. I don't think we'll do the whole thing. We can come back after round 1.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we'll do the East, but like we don't have to go through every and then pick a winner of the finals. Yeah. First round in the East, we'll have the Cavs against I said the Heat.
Yeah, I think the Heat. I don't know if the Heat beat the Hawks, but either way, the Cavs are winning that series.
Yeah, I mean it's what if it's the Hawks, maybe it's Cavs in 5. If it's the Heat, Cavs in 4.
If it's the Bulls,
I mean it's the Cavs are very good.
Yeah.
So that won't be a problem for Cleveland. Boston against I have the Magic.
Yeah, winning tonight.
I have Boston in 6. Magic will put up a fight.
I think the Magic will cause some problems.
They will look bad at probably 2 of these games. They will get smoked. Like not
it's gonna be like
why
like
are they on the same court?
Win.
Yeah, really bad.
1.
Like it'll be like the biggest gap in either Celtic history as a win or Magic as a loss. It'll be bad. But I actually don't know if it'll be game 1 because I feel like game 1 is the best opportunity for a dog to squeak out.
I guess we do have rust versus rust.
Yeah, and it's like they don't know how you're going to game plan against them.
Yeah.
They have all the belief, especially a young team. Like you convince a young team that like they're going to be the Cinderella team that's going to go on this run, and they haven't got demoralized yet. You know what I mean? So I think 1, maybe take Magic spread in game 1. Next would be the Knicks and Pistons. I got the Pistons in 6, but 7 wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
The Knicks are 1 and 3 against the Pistons this year. Pistons are playing my Pistons, by the way. If you happen to be someone who listened to my short-lived other podcast back in the day, I adopted the Pistons. I said I was going to teach them how to win a championship.
Yeah.
And I've been working on it, and they're playing good ball. Cade is awesome, one of the brightest young stars in the league. I think they're going to beat the Knicks. Yeah. I really do. And the Knicks are also 0-10 against the top. I could be wrong on this. I believe it's the top 3 seeds in either conference this year.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 4. Either way, not a good stat to have on your side. So
I think this will be the close series of the East. I can see this.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a really.
It might be the most fun series of the first round.
Yeah, like if the Pistons, like I expect the Pistons to show up. If they lose, it's going to be more so just lack of experience. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like this is going to be the series of round 1. If not, the next series, which is Pacers Bucks.
Yeah, that's going to be fun too.
Yeah, if you're someone who hasn't watched a ton of NBA the last couple of years, maybe just tune in here and there when it's a big game. The Pacers and Bucks have quietly been building a nice little rivalry over the last couple of years, which I love because I love a rivalry that's like, I don't want to say nearby. They're not necessarily right down the road, but like it's weirder when a rival, like I love Lakers Celtics, but it'd be that much cooler if they were like closer on the map. Yeah. If that makes sense. I mean, it's the best rivalry in basketball, like historically, Lakers Celtics. But I like a rivalry that's in the same general area. And Pacers Bucks has been kind of heating up. They have like petty stuff with Giannis's game ball when he scored 60, and they gave it to Oscar Tshiebwe, who had 1 point, but it was his first NBA point, and they like ran away with the ball. And just they had the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken, upset them. It was either in the playoffs or the in-season tournament last season. You know, the Bucks did win the tournament this season. This is going to be a great series because the Pacers have been. It's weird looking at their record with 50 wins and saying underwhelming this year. But they just were such a bright spot in last year's postseason that you thought, man, they should be rolling this year. And 50 wins is great, but I feel like they got a lot of those late. They were kind of just all right most of the year, coasting by, scraping some wins together. And I feel like the last month or so, they've been a really good team. So they might be getting hot at the right time, just like last year. And that's going to make for a great series. The Bucks are going to be without Dame, probably I would assume the whole series. I'm not a doctor, but I know he's going to miss the start.
Yeah.
That worries me because if Dame was there, I would say Bucks in 7.
Yeah.
Without Dame, I still kind of think Giannis might get it done.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with Bucks in 7. But
do you think Giannis is going to say sit down?
Is bad.
TJ McConnell be humble.
Probably, yeah. Be humble.
I was not aware that TJ McConnell was on the team still.
Yeah, been there.
If you told me that he retired like 3 years ago, I'd be like, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, playing good basketball.
Yeah,
he played well in last year's playoffs. He's got some deli in him.
Yeah,
he's got some deli in him. He's a very annoying player, but it's fun. He's pesky. Give me Bucks in 7, but I really like this Pacers team, and without Dame being there, that could be a huge problem. If they lose, it'll be very obvious that they're missing Dame. But I like the Kyle Kuzma addition, and maybe Bobby Portis will be back. Unfortunately, there's no way of knowing.
No way of knowing.
Because what happened was Bobby Portis didn't get hurt. Usually when you get hurt, it's hard to say when they're going to be back because, you're not the team doctor, right? Who are you to say? But in Bobby Portis' case, he got suspended. So there's a very clear and obvious time that he would be back. And for that reason, there's no way of knowing.
Yeah, it's a secret.
If he'll be back. And also, he will be back on Saturday.
Great.
First heard it here.
Damian Lillard is out.
He will be back.
Is showing out on Saturday.
Yeah, I know Dame is out. I just don't know if he's going to be out for the whole series or not. But he had the blood clot in his leg.
Yeah.
So, he's been out for a little bit. I'm not sure how long he'll be out. But yeah. I guess that's the playoff preview for now.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great series too. I'm really looking forward to that.
I even think that Timberwolves Lakers is actually going to be a good series.
Yeah, Lakers in 5, but they'll be close games.
Yeah.
Similar to that Memphis and OKC, I think each team gets a blowout.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are close.
Yeah, I think the win that the T-Wolves get is Ant dropping 45.
Yeah, probably hitting a clutch shot or something, getting a steal off of Luka or something. Luka did torch them in the playoffs last year.
That's true.
That, I believe, was the Western Conference Finals, and Luka averaged over 32 points a game. I want to say 32.6. And people are talking about Gobert. Oh, the Lakers don't have any bigs. Gobert's going to eat. Gobert kind of struggles against small ball. That's always been his thing.
Always bad in the playoffs. Always. Has he ever had a good playoff series?
I feel like he doesn't show up in the postseason. So I don't know. I think small ball hurts him. Maybe offensively, even though he's not really an offensive player. Maybe they take advantage of our lack of size, and he gets some buckets at the rim. But I don't think he's going to be the defensive menace that he's historically known as. I think Luka's going to cook him. If they try to switch him on, if they can get his switches where he has to guard Luka, he's going to be in a torture chamber.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to that. I mean, I'm sure they'll stick probably Jaden McDaniels on Luka at first.
Yeah.
See what they can do with it. But obviously, you can scheme up those switches, and either way, they don't have anyone that can guard Luka. That's really the point I'm trying to make. We have playoff Luka. As great as Luka's been, we haven't even seen playoff Luka.
I've always rooted for Luka in the playoffs, but we haven't rooted for him on our team.
Yeah, people forget. Me and Caleb, big Luka fans before we even could imagine he would be a Laker.
Yeah,
big Luka fan.
In 2020, was it 2021? Yeah, 2021. I went to a Mavericks game in New Orleans. And borrowed
that's why you were there too. That was the only reason you were there.
And he didn't even play, but
you went to the Blender.
Yep.
To see, I think that's what they call it, Smoothie King Arena.
Smoothie King.
The Blender. Oh, so glad you brought up the Pelicans. apparently, it's still NBA. It's kind of a pivot, but still NBA. Apparently, Pelicans ownership is expected to instruct their new GM, vice president of basketball ops, whatever, because they're getting new guys.
Do we have a future Laker?
We have a future Laker. They're expected to instruct them to trade Zion.
Future Laker.
And look me in the eyes and tell me I'm crazy for saying Luka, Jokic, Zion, big three. It's going to happen.
That'd be awesome.
You can't tell me I'm crazy now. You can't.
Yeah.
We got Luka.
I
can say whatever I want. I'm not crazy.
Except for we have a big three right now.
We're going to have a big five.
Yeah.
The big five. Or we'll trade LeBron because we have a second LeBron.
Yeah.
So we have one to spare.
Yeah.
Trade LeBron. He'll be in one of the moves to get Jokic or
all we have to
Zion,
do is put LeBron James
and
then write Junior really small on the paper.
And no one will know. The defense will still have to respect them because they'll be like, bro, you guys see how young LeBron's looking? We got to put...
I was saying, like, on the trade papers, we just write Junior really small.
Oh, no. Trade the old one.
That's true.
Keep the young one. He's got more legs. He's going to be able to play longer.
Yeah.
Imagine Bronny plays like a 12-year super respectable NBA career and retires. LeBron's still playing.
That would be insane.
That would be awesome.
They just need to Space Jam LeBron's powers into Bronny.
Yeah.
That's gonna be. If Bronny ends up playing like very well, can't wait to start that theory.
Yeah, that they transferred. It's like as soon as LeBron retires, he starts going crazy.
Yeah.
That'll be a great conspiracy.
Yeah.
Have you seen, talking about like all-time greats and like next people that are next up, have you seen the premise of Jordan Peele's next movie?
No.
It sounds pretty cool. It's about an up-and-coming football player who I believe is about to go pro. And he turns to his like GOAT. He wants to know, like, what does it take? Teach me everything. And it gets like super sinister. Like the guy's been doing like creepy, like I assume ritualistic things to be the GOAT.
Wow.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like the logo or the poster for it, the title of the film is just him. And the poster for it is a football, but the laces are stitches and there's like blood running down the football.
Wow.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And someone shared when they announced the movie and the premise, someone retweeted it and had a picture of Tom Brady and Shedeur Sanders. But I'm excited for that. Do you have more ball you want to talk, or do you want us to do a short YAS this week?
Well,
WNBA. I said it first. WNBA.
No,
I brought it up first. I brought it up first. Scale-based women.
No, I was literally pulling up the.
Paige Bueckers goes number 1 to Dallas. You know, I would say future Spark, but it's not like the Sparks have like a superstar big that you'd be shocked if you heard that the Sparks traded them until you found out they actually got a superstar guard from Dallas.
Yeah, or and also has like some injury problems early in their career.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if like 6 years from now they traded?
That would be wild.
That would be insane.
That would be wild. Yeah, shout out to Paige Bueckers from Dallas.
This 6'6" girl from France. What's in the water over there?
Bro, they had Wemby. They have her. Forgive me for not knowing her name off the top of my head. And she can dunk, like legitimately dunk. Yeah, I would love it. She can legitimately dunk.
Her last name is Malonga.
Yeah.
Malonga.
And she is a long human.
That just sounds like a decent joke, you know?
Yeah, Malonga.
And I texted you about this last night.
So see how that goes.
Awful insight by the Chicago Sky.
How?
They drafted Haley Van Lith at 11.
Oh, right.
This is why we should be GMs.
Mm-hmm.
Haley Van Lith, they drafted her 11. They had the number 10 pick as well. They went Asia Silvka from Slovenia.
A''JA?
AJSA.
Oh, she ruined it.
Asia.
good history of A''J A in the WNBA, but
yeah.
Oh
well. HBL wore number 10 for a majority of her college career, except for the year that she was at LSU. You just draft her at 10. You have to draft her at 10.
Yeah, it just makes sense. You have both. Why not?
Like, what is she gonna get? Like $10 more for being drafted at 10 instead of 11?
Yeah, maybe. That's a huge percentage increase. Like, one, she gets more money, and two, if it doesn't really matter, yeah, the jersey.
Yeah.
10, why not?
Yeah, it's like
I agree.
when she was at TCU, she was wearing number 10, so it's just like
Also, it's going to be interesting to see how her and Angel Reese do.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right. Like, I think they can be professionals.
Super well on LSU, but they did win a title. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So why not?
Yeah. Didn't she say like didn't do it right last time? I was like, you did it right.
Angel Reese, yeah. I saw. I don't want to sound mean because I'm glad Angel Reese is doing well. She's from Maryland. She just retired her mom and bought a house, and she was talking.
I did not know. I thought that was like her mom just died. She's retired her mom.
No, like she retired. She allowed her mom to retire with her funds, which is great. Not hating at all. One thing of note that I thought was interesting is she was like, they said I was broke. They said I couldn't pay rent, so I bought a house. And I'm like, if I'm not mistaken, she said she was broke.
Yeah.
Like, I remember her being like, I can't. If I'm not mistaken, she literally said I'm struggling to afford rent in Chicago.
Yeah.
So, like, Angel, first of all, come on the show.
Come on the show.
Shout out being from Maryland. Second, I'm pretty sure it was you that said that.
She called herself broke. I remember that.
Yeah. So, and you're not, at least not now. Maybe you were then.
Yeah.
I mean, you retired your mom and bought a house.
Yeah.
So that was WNBA.
Yeah. Do we want to do an NBA grid?
Yeah, why not? We'll do an NBA grid. Let me pull it up.
I know significantly less about basketball than I do.
This one will be less like, oh, let's think of a niche one, and more let's complete.
Let's just get it done.
Yeah, I think we can do it. Let's see, NBA grid in the spirit of playoff basketball. Okay, we are going to need a Pelican and Bull, a Pelican and Nick, a Pelican and Rocket, Cavalier Bull, Cavalier Nick, Cavalier Rocket, and then a first round pick for Bulls, Knicks, Rockets. Off rip, I'm thinking Michael Jordan. First round pick, yeah. I'm thinking Pelicans, Bulls. No, I was about to try to get too cute with it, and I don't trust it enough. So I'm not gonna go with that yet. Let's do. Man, this isn't a great grid for us.
It's not.
Let's do Cavs Bulls. I can think of a Cav Bull. There's definitely a Cav Bull. Who's someone that like played with LeBron and they were like, oh, he'll be great on the Bulls, and he wasn't. D Wade.
Did D Wade play for the Bulls?
I think so because he's from Chicago. I think he like went there
for a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like 90% about it, but I'd like to feel 100. Yeah. But I think he did.
Okay.
Let's try D Wade. Get this notification out of here. Dwanye Wade.
I was going to say, make sure you spell his name right. You spelled it wrong.
Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Dwanye. No. How does he spell his name?
Just type in Wade.
Yeah, okay. There it is. Dwanye Wade. Oh, 42%. I thought we were like ball knowers for putting that, but I mean, we are. We got it right. A Cavalier and Nick. I almost feel like Varejao weirdly played for the Knicks, but I don't feel great about it. Can we do Donovan Mitchell because he will play for the Knicks? He's been flirting with the Knicks like his whole entire career.
That would be crazy.
Will happen eventually. Maybe we go. Cavs.
I said no.
J.R. Smith.
Oh, true.
J.R. Smith, easy money.
Rockets.
35%. Rockets Cavs is gonna be
Low-key
Rockets
feels like
and
James Harden, but obviously not.
yeah, it's not, but you're right, it does. Rockets and Cavaliers. Thinking maybe like a 3-point sniper. Rockets and Cavs. Not T-Mac. We'll come back to it. Let's get some first round picks out of the way. Let's see the ball go
Michael
in.
Jordan.
We can see the ball go in. Bulls. Let's do. I mean, we could just do Michael Jordan.
I've said it like 3 times.
Incredibly. I know. I'm just saying, like, could indeed do that, even though it's incredibly obvious. Why not? Only 28%. People try to get smarter. A Knicks first round pick. We could do. What was his name? Kevin. I don't know. I might think of a different one. Knicks first rounders. They've missed on quite a few, which is why it's hard to think of one.
Yeah.
Because you'd like to be like, oh yeah, so and so is a superstar. First rounder, New York Knicks would be none other. I almost want to say Tim Hardaway Jr., but I think he might have been drafted by the Pistons.
Yeah.
I know he had multiple stints with the Knicks, though.
Yeah.
There's one that's right on the tip of my tongue.
Kristaps Porzingis?
Oh, yes. Kristaps, great call.
Yeah, they booed him.
So he was there. Yep, they did. Kristaps Porzingis, only 13%.
Was James Harden in the first round?
He was a Thunder.
Oh, that's true. Oh, jeez,
Yep. First round pick by the Rockets. I mean, easy one's Jalen Green.
Yeah.
We just want to save time. Do Jalen Green. Only 14.
Wow.
Surprised. Because people probably went with like Yao or something.
Yeah.
Cavalier Rocket. We're back to that. Unless
did one of the Morris brothers go to one of the play for either of them?
Ooh, you might be onto something because Marcus Morris did play for the Cavs, and I'm just
trying to think of like journeyman NBA players.
Yeah. No, you might be right. Let's put that one on the back burner for now because that might be. He had a very brief stint with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Pelicans Bulls. This one feels like it's like sneaky more obvious than you would think, but I can't. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Pelicans Bulls. This could be. Pelicans Bulls. Someone's screaming.
This is great podcasting because I do nothing.
It's so good. It's so good. Great podcasting. Do you want to do a different one or call it? Because I could, for the record, I could finish this.
Okay.
But I don't want to put you guys through that.
You'll see if Marcus Morris is on there?
Yeah, let's try it. Marcus Morris. Oh, what a poll, Caleb. What a poll.
Yeah.
1%.
I know ball. I'm a ball knower.
What an absolute poll. I wish I could remember the name of the guy that I was thinking of for Pelicans Bulls. He, I don't know for sure that he played for the Pelicans. I know he played for the Bulls and the Bucks. I can't think of his name, but he was foreign, and he had a huge offer, like millions and millions and millions of dollars a year to stay in the NBA, and he just went back to his country and played basketball there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. Started with an M. I can't think of his name. All right, I'll cut it off. And stop putting you guys through this because if I keep talking through it, I'll just do it forever.
Yeah, that was rough.
We'll do it again next week.
Yeah.
We'll do it again next week. Don't say we don't know ball, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe we just pretended to struggle with that so you would feel like you know ball as much as we do.
Luke, if you want to finish that later, just post it on socials tomorrow, or
I honestly might.
when the episode comes out.
Yeah. All right. Well,
we don't really have
always fun talking ball.
We don't really have an outro.
We don't really have an outro, but we do have a song.
Yeah, no Tanner this week, unfortunately.
Yeah, once again, no Tanner, which sucks.
But yeah, we'll talk to you next week with some playoff basketball updates.
Yeah, by the time we see you guys again, Lakers should be up 2-0.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Could be anything, but we should have 2 games in by then. So
yeah,
we'll have a lot of updates for you guys, and we will talk to you next week.
Peace.
It's not working. Oh wait. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh! The suspense. After I figured it out, but now it's not loading.
Yeah.
We just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Yap, yelling at pigeons.
Yep, nobody listen. Yep.
Oh man, this is brutal. It's just
yep, yelling at pigeons. Let's just put it. We can edit it in.
Okay. Yeah. That's the end. That's how it ends. I remember that. Peace. Yelling at pigeons. Nobody